Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah, everybody listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got this radio show. Man, how I got here, I really can't explain it. Only by the grace of God. That's all I can really tell you. I was talking with a buddy the other day, and he was telling me, he said, man, he had an interesting philosophy about it. He said, you can have dreams and visions. He said, but God will never show you what all he has for you. He won't show you all of it because he knows you'll mess it up. And you know what, man? I thought about that, and wow, how true is that? Okay, I know that I got a radio show. I didn't see it. It's just become this major blessing for me. I didn't see it. But if I would have seen it and known when he had planned on giving it to me, I would have messed it up. Because number one, my first question would have been to him, why I got to wait so long? Why don't I go down here and start on the radio now? And then I'll be in radio. And then, ta-da, see there, God? But see, the thing about God is God don't need your help. Matter of fact, he don't really want it. All he wants is you to love him and obey him. If you can do them two things, I think, I could be wrong, I think he'd be really cool with us. So had I known about these blessings that he had for me, I would have messed them up because I would have put my thinking in the figuring process, and that would have jacked it all up. That's the first thing I'd have asked him, why I got to wait so long. And then if he'd have shown me what I was going to have to do to get it, I would have sure messed that up. Man, I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna do all of that. Wait a minute. I got to go through all of these mishaps in my life so when I get the radio show, I have something to share? Man, why don't I just read a couple books and share that experience with them? No. See, I want you to know what you're talking about. I want you to be transparent. I want people to be able to identify with your struggle and apply their struggle to it and see that they can get over. See, God never shows you all of it because he know we'll mess it up. I wouldn't have any books. I certainly, please know I would not be the host of Family Feud. Can I tell you that? It is amazing, man, how God works. And my invitation to everybody today is allow God to work. You know, you can ask him why all you want to, and from time to time, I still do. No good for me, but that old why me, old woe is me, Lord thing, that don't really get it for me. Because when I start asking him why, I'm asking somebody who has a thought process so high above mine that there's no way if he told it to me, I wouldn't even get it. You wouldn't either. I don't care how bright you think you are, man. You just ain't going to get how and why he does it his way. You're not going to understand it. But he has a plan for each and every one of us. And if we adhere to the plan, if we submit ourselves to his will and just say, okay, God, what you want me to do? I am telling you it is the best way to live. Now, you can also do it the way I did it early on. You can just do what you want to do and see how it go from there. And I will tell you from personal experience, it's not going to go good. You know, my wife and I were talking the other day, and she said something with me, and I had to write it down. She said, Steve, you know the funny thing about sin? She said, sin costs you more than you want to pay and causes you to stay longer than you want to stay. I asked my wife where she got that from. She said some old person told it to her. She said, sin costs you more than you want to pay and causes you to stay longer than you want to stay. That's the problem, man, about doing what you want to do. Because we are all sinners, man, all of us. All of us, every last one of us are sinners. You will be a sinner until you die. Now, you could be saved by grace, but you're going to be a sinner, man. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to, in your life, knowingly do wrong. I bet you will. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you've been listening to, but get this. We are sinners. We were born into a world that is sinful. Now, it's okay. It's okay. It's our world. But we can make the best of it because we can form a relationship with God and we can go to war with this thing, you know, and we can win. You can actually get over. Being born into this world is not an end all. It doesn't mean you're doomed. Nah, man. Because God is available to give you life and not only give you life, but give it to you more abundantly. I have more of an abundant life than I've ever had. If you took away the finances, trust and believe, I have so many things I could tell you that I'm grateful for my wife, for my children, man, for my family, for the few friends that I have, for the work that I do, man, for the respect that I feel around some people, from the reputation I've earned. Now, I ain't cool with everybody. I got that. I'm cool. I ain't cool with everybody. Everybody ain't cool with me. Everybody don't like me. Man, get past that right there. I don't care what you do, everybody ain't gonna like you. Some people didn't like Jesus. What did he do? What did he do wrong to anybody? Show it to me where he was just out there just messing over folks and you could justify all that happened to him. Just show it to me. But he knew everybody ain't gonna like me. I just come to save y'all. You understand? I got you, ain't feeling me. You're gonna spit on me, you're gonna hang me up there, you're gonna pierce my side, you're gonna do all that to me. When you get through, I still love you. That's a powerful statement, man. God will take care of you. If you form this relationship with him, he has something for you. He has a plan for you that is beyond your imagination. He will give you the desires of your heart, but he also has some stuff in store for you that you're not even asking for, that he is willing to ship to an address that belongs to you as long as you stay on the right path and are trying your best. God will ship you the blessing anyway. Because please know he's done it to me. I'm a living witness to this, that God will ship you blessings and you ain't going to be perfect. But if he know your heart, man, if he know you trying to do better, if he see you trying to change, if he see you trying to get it right, he understands that you going to stumble all the way through this thing. But if he know your heart and he know you trying to get it right and you doing the best you can, boy, he'll ship some stuff your way, man. You really be tripping, man. You would really be tripping. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, it's crazy, ain't it?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is my toast, my hats off to the BET Hip Hop Awards from last night. I bet you thought I wasn't going to make it. Everybody said I wasn't nothing but here I am. But here I am. But yeah, that was it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, no, fire, baby. That was fire.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? Woo!
Spittin' bars.
Woo! You hear me? Who versus battle? Call me Swiss. Tim. Who wants some of this? I'm calling them out. T.I., Outkast, Mystical, what you want? I'll go up against Busta Rhymes. Everybody's scared of Busta. Give me Busta. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, did you
Boy,
see Busta?
did you hear that?
He lost all that way.
All that way, baby.
Did
Busta
you hear
got
that?
a six-pack. Busta's hot.
Busta got tired of them talking about him.
Yeah, he did.
Busta got tired of Busta out of them clothes. So Busta, got that. I saw Busta. I said, "Give it to him, Busta." Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, good morning, Steve. I do have a request later.
Okay, call it for real.
All right, Busta Rhymes. Pastor Cavassier. What's up, Steve?
Junior.
Morning, Unc. Morning, everybody.
Nephew Tommy.
Top of the morning. Yeah.
Okay, you ready? You want to hear my request?
Yeah, what is it?
You know how you start the show sometimes with music? I know you just did it with hip hop. Now, I want you to slow it down a little bit. We haven't heard from him in a long time. This is one of your all-time favorites.
Who you
Luther Vandross.
Do it right now.
Yeah, you've done.
Knowing love the way I do. I can say for certain that is true. There's a chance for me and you. So hold on tight if you think you're right.
Yeah.
Nothing hurts as bad as when you see you gave up too easily.
I love all his facial expressions.
I remember not too long ago
Come on.
on a dream that kept me wishing that you would be mine.
Woo!
Yeah. And I was hoping there could one day be a chance for me to get the love. Sometimes love, just wait for love, and you gonna get your chance to love. Wait for love, wait for love.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That boy be performing.
Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour, Ask the CLO right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up next hour, Young Jeezy will be our special guest. He will tell us all about his new show on Fox Soul and his upcoming versus battle. Jeezy Jenkins. That's his real name. Just found that out. Next hour, but right now, it is time for Ask the CLO. Are you ready, CLO Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey?
Bring it.
All right, here we go. This one's from K-Dub in Tallahassee. K-Dub says, I'm a 44-year-old single dad, and my 11-year-old caught my girlfriend and I having sex in the back seat of my Tahoe. We snuck out to the car, trying to be spontaneous and kinky, and my daughter came to get her iPad that was on the front seat. My girlfriend went to talk to my daughter, and my daughter told her that she is a hoe, just like her mama said she is. I wanted to beat her behind, but I couldn't. After what she had just said, my girlfriend had been putting up with my evil ex-wife for a while, and she told me I need to handle her. I'm only concerned with making sure my daughter is good. Am I wrong for only focusing on her? CLO?
Well, you can't do nothing with your ex. You can stop that. You don't tell her that she a HOE. She done told her and she repeated it. Because that's what your mother done put in the 11-year-old's head. You have to talk to your 11-year-old about respecting other people with the name calling. Now, let's look at a couple of things. First of all, you're 40-some years old. Does your name still have to be K-Dub?
That's where you're going with this.
Can we get something a little more adult so we can get into full-time parenting? Because K-Dub is kind of hard as K-Dub to be into full-time parenting. And K-Dub, you was outside in the car screwing. You do understand that the 11-year-old having a computer and can go right in the house and look all this up on her computer has a very, very young mind, but these young minds are exposed to a lot more than we were when we were 11. Right. So, brother, your only focus is your daughter. I don't know what you say to your daughter, though, if she catches you having sex with the girl that your ex-wife told her was a hoe. Now, she was outside in the car, hoe in.
You should have locked the doors.
Lock the door? What that got to do with the damn window? You can see, I seen in a whole lot of cars when the door was locked.
Oh, yeah. And maybe they were tinted. I was hoping they were tinted.
Well, they wasn't.
All right, well, Dad, you got to talk to your baby.
Hang in
All
there,
right.
dog.
Yeah.
K-Dub.
Sammy in Raleigh says, I'm a 67-year-old widow and I've started dating again, but my children don't think I should because it's too dangerous. I have an estate and a few nice cars and they seem to think I can't handle myself around men. I was on a date the other night and my date happened to be driving my car. My pastor saw it and told my son. My son said that no other man should be in his father's car. Well, everything my husband left me here on earth is all mine now, and I need my children to settle down. The pastor, too. How can I get my children to ease up and trust my judgment?
Your son ain't finna go for the dude driving the car his daddy had. He just not gonna accept that. You know, and you need to date a man that has a car of his own. Now, if y'all been picking him up with the church bus, that's probably why the pastor mentioned it.
Without permission.
Yeah, we normally pick up Brother Perkins in the church van. Now, he done pulled up in Sister Sister Sammy's car. Now, he all up in Sister Sammy's car. And it just ain't a good look.
Yeah.
You have to be conscious, be aware you have an estate now. People could be using you for the wrong reasons. That's all.
Yeah, just be careful. But she thinks she's got it together. She wants him to trust her judgment. Like she knows what she's doing. Yeah.
You don't. Bad judgment. Husband passed. I don't know how long she say she been a widow.
She just said she's a widow. She started dating again. She didn't say.
It's a bad look. The son is not going to accept the other man driving his daddy's car. Buy his own damn car. Date a man with a car.
Yeah, I like that advice. All right.
Inside my daddy truck.
But she said it's hers now because their daddy left it to her. All right. Tab in Michigan. His name is Tab. Her name is Tab. I'm a 30-year-old full-figured cutie with my own business, and I just met a great guy, but we've never been out on a public date. The first 6 dates, he bought food, I cooked, and he stayed overnight. We've been dating 3 months, and I've only been to his house once, and he ordered takeout. All we do is eat and have sex. I invited him to a drive-in movie last weekend, and he said no because of COVID-19. He goes out with his friends, and he's not concerned about COVID then. I think he loves having sex with big girls but wants to keep it a secret. What do you think? Come on,
I think
CLO.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. But let's look how your date started. You invited him over, you cooked, he spent the night, y'all had sex. He invites you over to his house, he get takeout, y'all eat and have some more sex. That's what he liked.
Yeah.
And that's what you liked.
Sex and food is good.
All y'all did was set it.
Yeah. You got to reset this because this is not going the way you want.
No.
6 dates.
Snack.
All of them
Never-
been nothing but eating and sex.
Yeah, they've never been anywhere.
But not bring up a movie.
That's crazy.
Sound like a great relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't lying to you.
Get out of that kitchen, girl. Full figure cutie. All right. So what do you tell her, Steve?
I don't doubt that you're a full-figure cute. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can be a slim goodie or whatever you want to call yourself. Once you start with the we eating and having sex, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
can't
Thank you,
do nothing
CLO.
else?
Yeah. Great advice as usual. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy's Run That Prank Back right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will have today's national news. Plus, next hour, our very special guest is Jeezy. That's right, Jeezy will tell us all about his new show on Fox Soul, his upcoming Versus battle, and his work with First Lady Michelle Obama, When We All Vote. J. Jeezy Jenkins coming up at 20 minutes after the hour. But right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Nap?
It's time to get to these nappy roots right now. A lot of people out there with hair that's different. I know you are not your hair. You know, you think you India Reed, whatever, but this right here is nappy hair. Nappy hair. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello,
Hello, I'm trying to get Francis.
this is she.
Hey, Francis, how you doing? My name is Daryl. Daryl, our kids, they go to together.
Oh, yeah.
Your daughter's Kaylin, right?
Yes.
Okay. My son is DJ, Daryl Jr. I think I may have met you at the beginning of the school year. You remember meeting me, Daryl?
Oh, I met a lot of people, but I'm sorry, I can't place you right now.
Okay. All right, no problem. Hey, listen, I was getting your call. You know, there's only a handful of black kids at the school, you know, being a private school and all. And we, the black parents, we all got together and had a meeting a couple nights ago.
Okay, you said all the black parents. Okay, I wasn't there. Why wasn't I called?
Well, we actually had a meeting about your daughter, Kaylin.
Oh, well, what about Kaylin? Is there a problem at school that she's created or something I don't even know about? What's going on with?
Well, actually, we feel privileged to be, like I said, there's only a handful of blacks, and we try to carry ourselves in a dignified way, our presence, our attitude, the way we handle ourselves. And, Kaylin's doing very good in school from what I understand and very nice with all the rest of the kids. She's getting along. That's not the problem. What we're trying to get is the grooming of Kaylin. You know, Kaylin has these braids, and what we were trying to do is give, we had a meeting about it. We wanted to
Hold up. Did you just say her grooming? Something wrong with her grooming?
Well, it's not necessarily her clothing. Of course, the kids wear the uniforms. But the braids, we want to represent ourselves with a lot of dignity, the way we carry ourselves. We want to be, pretty much nice and clean, spit and polish. We would really prefer if her hair was straight as opposed to being braided up,
Wait a minute.
That kind of gives off a ghetto type of look to it. And that's what we're trying to avoid.
Are you crazy? Is something wrong with you? First of all, how the hell you get my number? If you couldn't call me for the meeting, why are you calling me now?
Well, like I said, ma'am, the meeting was to get the general consensus on where all the parents feel in the same way about your daughter and her braids. We're just trying to keep everything classy when it comes to the blacks that attend the school. There's only 10 of us, 10 children attending.
I tell you what you can attend. What you can attend to is this phone hanging up in your face. You tell the parents, all of them for me, y'all can go straight and hit rock bottom out of hell talking about my child and her braids. Her braids are ethnic. They are nice. She is well-groomed. And I don't know how in the hell you got my telephone number, but tell all the parents for me to kiss the crack of my you-know-what.
Listen, first of all, I don't like the way that you're talking to me, okay? I carry myself with class, with dignity. I'm spit and polish, ma'am. I wanted to call and talk to you.
Call a parent who's the child, the subject of the issue, and you're not even calling me.
You're acting just as ghetto as her hairstyle.
Let me say something real ghetto to your okay? You and all the parents can hit rock bottom out of hell. Don't call me no more with no like this. This is ignorant. I'm far beyond this. My child is well-groomed. She is going to go to that school. As a matter of fact, as much money as it costs to go to that school, y'all should have been meeting on how we can get together and pay the tuition. How about that?
Are you trying to sit here and tell me that you got a problem taking her braids down and wearing her hair straight so she can look a lot more classy than what she looks right now? It's a pathetic look that she's having right now.
You know what? What's your hair look like? Take a picture of your self and send it to me. Text it to me. Since you get folks' phone numbers and give it to you, take a picture of your self and text it to me. I bet you look like who would have thought it. My daughter's braids are going to stay up for the rest of the year. As a matter of fact, we ain't going to even rebraid it. It's going to stay that way so it can be matted and represent. That's what we're going to do.
Francis, listen, I don't want to argue. I just wanted to call and see if we could actually, come to a medium on this. Do you think that there's a possibility that, when I'm picking up DJ tomorrow after school, would it be all right if I picked up Lil Kaylin and brought her home and let my wife do her hair?
Please, I wish you would pick my daughter up and see what the hell I do. I'm going to call my husband and tell him to come over your house and whoop your after he braids your hair. I wish you would pick up my daughter. I'll call the police on. As a matter of fact, you're going to have to call the police on me and my husband. Do it and see what happens.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to get some class here. That's all we're wanting. We're not wanting to fight with you. It's just the blacks here at we think that we want a little bit more classy look of the way we are groomed. That's the only thing we're looking for.
Only person who's going to be taking the class is when we get to whoop, you're going to be taking the class. How about that? I can't stand up like you. Y'all get $5 and 1 penny in your pockets and think you're better than everybody else. You forget where you came from. As a matter of fact, what's your name? Because I'm calling the principal on your day. Give me your name and Mr. Who? What's your name? That's not really what my name is. Well, that's what told me when you first called me. What is your real name? My real name is Tommy. Tommy? No, my last name either. Well, what the hell is your name? Do you know? My name is Tommy, Nephew Tommy, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband Keith got me to prank phone call you. I be. Oh my God! He put your to this. You got me ready to click your the PTA, the L school, and everybody else. I tell you what, keep eat out for the rest of the week for putting this on me. He told me, he said, it don't take but about 2.5 minutes for my wife to go off. He said, it don't take but 2.5. He said, and I promise you. You all right? Oh, baby, calm down, baby. Let me ask you something. I got one more thing to ask you. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land? You know it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If your baby hair nappy, then your baby hair nappy. You know what I'm saying?
She was not having it.
If your baby hair's nappy.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
as soon as my husband come on, he gonna come with that beat your ass and braid your hair.
I love that.
That was mine right there.
Right.
But what about when she said, y'all get some money?
You uppity N words.
As soon as y'all get some money.
$5 and a penny.
Right. That's the truth.
We would like for you to change your daughter's hair when they come. We're trying to look the part a little bit different than what you're sending to school. It's just so it's just so black is what it is. It's so black.
Wow.
Oh no.
Uppity Negroes, baby. Uppity Negroes.
All right.
I'll be back in
Nephew.
another hour with some more stupid though. Hold tight. I got some more. I'll be back again.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up in 20 minutes, Jeezy will be our very special guest. We're going to talk to Jeezy about voting, his upcoming Versus battle, and also his involvement in the voting movement. But first, in today's entertainment news, last night was the BET Hip Hop Awards. What you got, Carla?
Well, we were watching it, Shirley. We were on the phone. We kind of all talked to each other and were texting each other while we were watching the BET Hip Hop Awards. We have to give a shout out to 85 South in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Big ups to them boys.
Yes, we love them so much.
I'm proud of them, man.
Yeah. And we got to shout out our very own Cat Dog. He's our production director. But you know, he was behind the scenes and everything.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a first of any award show I've ever seen where pretty much an improv troupe hosted a show.
Oh,
What you think about that, Steve?
A group of comedians. I thought it was outstanding because I've seen a lot of their shows on 85 South. Yeah, my son Broderick introduced me to him and everything. I knew nothing about it.
Some
And then, of
That's
course,
big,
yeah,
Steve.
you know, I don't really know how much a choice it was, but, you know, you ain't telling me damn jokes. So, you know, he go, we appreciate it, but let us do this right here. And that's how it started. But I've known what they've been trying to do for a long time. It was just the first I've ever seen a comedy trio host a show. You know, the Kings didn't do it. So to watch that was really amazing. Me and Sid did the first BET Awards, the first two.
I
was
remember.
good.
Me and Sid did the first two.
Very funny.
Yeah, I remember
But,
that.
you know, I've never seen a comedy trio. It was really,
Do the
really
Hip Hop
good.
Awards. That's cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it
we
was
have-
really good. Talented guys.
Shout out to DC, Young Fly, Carlos, Chico Bean. Did y'all see DC skating? He's so silly.
Yes, I love him.
I love him,
She
man.
makes me
I love
laugh
him.
so hard.
Yes. Shout out to T.I. and Monica. They came through, you know, the trap house, you know, with the crew. They had virtual cipher. Tommy, we were talking about the ciphers. They had one with Skip Marley. They had a ladies cipher featuring
That was
her.
good.
Yeah, you saw one with Jack Harlow. You know, that's the guy was
I
popping.
didn't know no winners. Nothing. I was just as ignorant.
Well, you saw Snoop Dogg. He presented Master P with the
Yeah.
I Am Hip Hop Award. So you knew the legends in the game. And then, of course, your boy, Toby Nwigwe, he performed your jam, a little bit of it. Try Jesus.
Try Jesus.
I knew it. I wasn't going to even get
Yeah.
the title out. I knew it. Come on,
Not
Steve.
me. Because I fight.
Okay.
That's my jam, man.
Yeah, Toby was rocking, I like the set. It was this mint green look they had on, and he had Black Lives
It's
Matter.
always dramatic. It's a sweet dramatic he got. That it's like a
Yeah.
scene when he.
Yeah,
you know?
I like
it's like a scene.
Yep. So shout out to Big Sean. He performed Detroit. So a lot going on. It was cool though. It was virtual, but it was all good. It was very entertaining. So shout out again to 85 South, Cat Dog, the whole crew.
All right, let's go, Steve. Time for today's headlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. President Trump campaigned in Lansing, Michigan yesterday, focusing, of course, on Joe Biden, on COVID-19 curfews and lockdowns, and on Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
It's a choice between a Trump boom or a Biden lockdown, but you're already locked down. I mean, this state. We got to get her going. I don't know.
And Governor Whitmer reportedly feels that Donald Trump's constant criticisms of her efforts to contain and reduce the coronavirus in her state may be partly responsible or maybe mostly responsible for the recently foiled kidnap plot against her. Meanwhile, new coronavirus cases have begun to really climb all over the country. Joe Biden, who was in Georgia yesterday, told supporters that is why Trump wants to talk about put down, shuts downs and closing rather than actually talking about the virus itself.
His chief of staff just last week made a stunning admission, an admission that I believe but never thought he'd say, saying, quote, "We're not going to control the pandemic," end of quote.
Biden says that's basically throwing in the towel or waving a white flag. According to the Miami Herald, local minister, Pastor Rhonda Thomas, a director of faith in Florida, says that Miami cops have been trying to intimidate Black and Latinx voters into either leaving poll sites or voting for Donald Trump. Pastor Thomas accuses one officer, whom she identifies as Daniel Ubeda, of showing up at a polling site wearing a face mask reading Trump 2020, no more bull crap. Of course, crap was not the word exactly used. Two of the grand jurors who decided charges in the police killing of Breonna Taylor say they think the 3 white Louisville cops involved were both negligent and criminal. And they tell CBS that Attorney General Daniel Cameron misled the public when he claimed that the grand jurors all agreed that murder charges against the cops were not warranted. They say that was not true. They didn't all agree. It never was true. A Phoenix cop, meanwhile, under both a criminal and departmental investigation, accused of making a, quote, credible threat of violence against the mayor of Phoenix, Kate Gallego, because Gallego's been pushing for police reform. Officer Steve Paulus is denying the allegation. Sad news, America has lost another hero. Tuskegee Airman Reginald Brewster has died at age 103. He served in World War II. His family says he died peacefully on Monday. Airman Brewster was stationed in England and France. He assisted the base commanders. He said he was treated better in Europe than here in his home country. After coming back, he went to law school and was a practicing lawyer until he was 90 years old. Dodgers won the World Series for the first time since 1988, and it's National Chocolate Day. A chocolate. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Everybody, our special guest, without a doubt, is one of the front runners of rap in the South. He's a songwriter, too. He's an actor, a philanthropist. He's been by my side a lot lately as one of the mentors for my foundation's annual mentoring program. And I really, really, really appreciate how this brother shows up, man, for these young men in their lives at critical points and just always gives back. I've never called on him and he didn't answer the call, man. He's got a strong story. He's compelling. And boy, he has them young cats' undivided attention. Well, he's got a new show, everybody, on Fox Soul, and it premieres tonight. And he's also got an upcoming versus battle. We're going to find out more about that. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. J. Jeezy Jenkins.
That is he. That is I.
JJJ.
That was a great introduction, sir.
Triple A, I'm the best at it.
I feel like the heavyweight champion right now, Muhammad Ali, you know?
Bring him out.
There he is.
Hey, man, nice talking to you again, man. We've been talking a lot lately, man, because here's what we're calling about. You got a new show.
Correct.
The title of the show, everybody, is called Worth the Conversation.
Yes.
And it debuts on Fox Soul tonight. Tonight, everybody, at 10 p.m. And
you can get on Fox Soul app, Apple TV, you know,
Find you, Jeezy. Find me.
I learned from the best, baby. You know, it's premiering tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Pacific. And my first guest is amazing, by the way, just so you know.
And who is your first guest on that?
Oh, man, it would be no other than 7 Emmys back-to-back. He's a comedy, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, philanthropist, all around the world, world-class fisherman from what I'm hearing. Q-Dog, you know how he get down. It's Mr. Steve Harvey, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and a real end.
Go ahead, I tell you all the time. You're going to be somebody. You're going to be somebody one day, Steve.
Yeah, that was a good intro. I'm trying to, Shirley.
You are.
But, man, I sure appreciate you having me, man. It took a minute for us to put it together, man, but I'm coming on the show tonight, man. Tell everybody what the show is about, what you hope to accomplish with the show entitled Worth the Conversation.
Right. I want the conversation. I feel like, you know, if you're sitting on your auntie's porch, you sit in the barbershop, you know, you most likely talking to like-minded people and people that see situations the same. And for me, I've prided myself and I've accomplished a lot of things being able to get in the right rooms and get information that you just don't get, you know, just around the way.
We'll be back with more with the one and only. But his name is Jeezy, but he's really Mr. J. Jeezy Jenkins.
There you go.
Triple J.
Triple J.
Nothing bad about Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all, we back. Welcome back to the Ride, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Our special guest today is a friend of mine, a young soldier that's really into giving back. Recording artist, philanthropist, songwriter, actor, everything. Jeezy Jeezy is with us today, and he's got a new show that airs tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Worth a Conversation. Your boy is on there tonight with him, but we're talking about it. And hey, man, let's talk about this battle that is starting to get a buzz going on. It's a versus battle on November 19th, right here in ATL.
Epic.
Yes,
You and T.I.
Yeah, no, but you got to call me for this battle. My name is Big Snow. Yeah.
Oh,
Big Snow.
Big Snow.
They used to call me Snowman, but now they call me Big Snow.
Big Snow. Oh, damn blizzard.
Yeah.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Move your ass out the way. Uh-oh, the mountain done gave way. Oh, hell, Big Snow.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, that's my brother. I'm always going to be that. We do what we do. And I'd be like, I feel like we both have something different to bring to the game. He might bring his catalog to the verses, but I'm bringing real life. Everything that I talk about, somebody can relate to it because it's real. And for me, I just feel like it's going to be a celebration for Atlanta. It's going to be a celebration for music. And, I ain't coming to play. I'm just,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna stand with and for me at all times. I know what this about. I got blood, sweat, and tears in my bars, baby. You know what I'm saying?
And then what? That's my jam, Jeezy. And then what?
It ain't never been just music to me. It might be catalogs and some other, but that was my testimony. That was my
wow.
Right. That's my testimony. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for what I went through. So everything I ever said, I stood on. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward. I'm ready.
So are we, man.
Let's have some fun.
Got mine on my dog, Big Snow.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got. All my chips is up at the window on Big Snow. Avalanche, to be exact.
Avalanche, I like that.
Blizzard of 77. I was in Cleveland when it happened. 36 inches of snow. That's big-ass snow. Hey, man, look, one more thing. You've done a lot of work with the First Lady, Michelle Obama, and the program When We All Vote. What message do you have for our listeners tonight to make sure that they get the message?
I just feel like, and I went and voted with some guys from the Georgia chapel, the NAACP, the president from there. And when I voted, we had some discussions about the numbers. I think last year, early voters, last term election, it was 600,000. This year is almost 1.5. So that means our word is getting out there. Mm-hmm. I think it goes like this. I think you make small strides at a big goal. And I think the more we learn to mobilize together and be all on the same page, we get a little bit farther, and to the point where, when we all get it right and we do go vote, there's nothing going to be able to stop us from voting or anything else, because we all going to be on the same page. So we got to mobilize, and this is a small part of that. So no matter how this goes, as long as we show up in numbers and we continue to show up in numbers and our movement gets bigger and our message gets greater, I think we're working towards the goal, and that's to get the right people in, because it's not just election. It's about the city officials. It's about who's the mayor, who's the governor, who's the judge.
Right.
It's all those things that matter. Until you get people in like us that understand what we go through and is going to do their best to make sure we're not being mistreated, you can't complain. So you got to get out and vote and let your voice be heard.
Hey, look, y'all, the new show is called Worth the Conversation. It debuts on Fox Soul tonight at 10 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jeezy Jenkins, everybody.
Yeah.
Much love to you, boy. Big Snow in the building.
Thank you, Jeezy. Nephew Tommy is up next with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, he ruined his chances for intimacy. Oh, wait till you hear this letter. We'll get into it in a little while, but right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
It's time to prank a musical artist.
Oh,
How
yeah,
about
you
that?
haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got?
Right?
Uh-huh.
Trying to prank on me. We had, BET with last night. They doing their thing,
Hip
So I'm
hop
trying to
awards.
match. Yeah, I'm trying to match a little bit, How about Carl Thomas?
Ooh.
Carl Thomas.
Singers.
R&B, sang his ass off.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But when he ain't singing, he getting pranked. Check it out, Carl Thomas.
Hello?
That's where I got a problem. Hello?
Yes.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Noble.
Are you, do you work with Carl Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's who I'm looking for. I'm Silk from Big Time Promotions. I need to speak to Carl if it's at any way possible.
Yeah, hold on one second. What's up?
Is this Carl?
Yeah, who's this? Yeah,
Listen, man, my name is Silk. I'm from Big Time Promotions. And
wait,
I'm out.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can you repeat? What's your name again?
My name is Silk.
Oh, Silk, okay.
Big Time Promotions out of Mississippi. Now, I've been dealing, I don't know, I'm trying to get this right. I've been dealing with your managers who supposedly is Big Mac. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, I done sent deposits down of $100,000 worth so that you can do Jackson and Biloxi for me. Jackson was supposed to be last week. I've been calling all week long.
Oh, well, wait. Hold on, wait. You said you sent a deposit. You sent $100,000.
I sent $100,000 to Big Mac, your manager.
Nah, man, nah.
Well, listen, brother.
Listen to
me.
If you would have sent $100,000, nah, I don't think so.
I sent $100,000 to Big Mac, and he also, in return, brother, sent me a contract signed with him and your name on it.
No, I ain't signed. No. I ain't signed no contract.
Well,
I ain't see no contract. I ain't see no $100,000 either. Nah.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm letting you know what has already happened to me. Now, I'm not trying to.
You got a contract signed with my signature. My signature on it, though.
How I know your signature? All I know is it said Carl Thomas. It had your name and your manager's name on it.
I'm trying to tell you that I didn't sign no contract.
Let me say this. All Silk trying to say, though, what Silk trying to say is this right here, is that Silk is going to get his money back. That's for one thing. Now, what I don't want to do is we can handle this like men or we can handle this like gangsters. It don't make me no difference.
Wait. Hold on, partner. Hold up. Now you do gangster. Now, who are you threatening me?
All I know is I need your in Mississippi tomorrow.
Hold up, dog. First of all, I don't know who you think this is. I don't know what you think this is, but you ain't gonna call me up out the blue on no talking about. You send me $100,000. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about. But we can get into it, partner. If you want to get down like that, we can get down like that. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know exactly where I'm coming from. I'm sick and tired of trying to get all these R&B singers trying to get played. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me tell you something.
This
is Silk from Mississippi.
I
need your
down. You think it's R&B?
Let me tell you something, man. Don't make me leave your in two pieces.
Is that what you think?
Don't make me leave you in two pieces. I want my money back. You and your manager got my money.
All right, I see it right now. All right, okay. All right, okay. Silk or whatever your name. I'm telling you. Dog, I'm telling you.
Silk from Mississippi.
Stepping in mud, cuz. You stepping in mud, cuz. I'm telling you right now, dog. You think it's R&B, don't you?
Let me tell you something, Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas. Let me tell you.
Say Rhythm and Blues. Rhythm and Blues. Say it.
All you pretty boys is the same. You're gonna make me whoop your about my money.
Okay, all right. I see exactly where you're going, partner. Well, see me in the street. You know exactly where I am. You know where I rest that. Come on, I live in New Jersey. Everybody know it. Come on, man. You know exactly what it is, Playboy.
It don't take nothing for me to fire up my truck and roll to New Jersey. It don't take nothing for me to roll to New Jersey if that's what you're looking for. Now I want your in Mississippi tomorrow.
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Noble.
Ain't you the little right-hand man? You the one I've been calling all damn week and you ain't gave him the phone to let me speak to him.
We was busy.
What the hell you mean busy? Y'all got my money. I got $100,000 tied up in this.
I don't know what you're talking about, B. Hold on.
Let me.
I don't know who you think you're talking to. I don't know who you think you calling up out the blue. How do you even get this number?
Let me say this to you, Carl.
How do you even get this number, Playboy? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you got all the marks. You got all the marks. There's holes in your style, Playboy. There's holes in your style.
Can I say something
right now?
Let me.
You got holes in your style.
Listen to me.
I'm telling you. Only soft, anonymously called. You soft, Playboy. You soft.
Let me say this
soft.
to you, man. Are you listening?
Soft.
Are you listening?
I'm listening to you, man. I'm listening to you, but you soft. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, soft.
Let me say this, Carl Thomas. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy, Mike B.
Get these, man.
Carl Thomas.
Man, y'all got me on the radio, man.
Man, you thugging, baby. You thugging, boy.
Nephew, come on. Oh.
Hey,
I'm
man.
supposed to be sweet to the ladies.
I know. You wasn't.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Nah, man. They got me down.
Hey, Don, look here. You got a whole nother side, Carl Thomas.
Oh, man.
Hey, man. Your boy Mike B put me up to it. And
hey, man.
Hey, look here.
Hey, well, all right, Mike. Mike, I owe you in the worst way.
Boy, you got a gangster side, dog.
You're wrong, right?
I know it, man.
That's all right, man. It's all right. We're gonna straighten it out in church.
Now, listen. Tell me this. What's the baddest radio show in the world, Carl Thomas?
Oh, man, you know it's Steve Harvey Morning Show featuring the Nephew Tommy, who really in the bag right now. You got me. Man, y'all wrong.
Go ahead and tell me how wrong I am. Go ahead.
You're wrong. You're just wrong. Okay. You already know. A king of pranks.
R&B can get pranked. R&B can be
pranked. Can I ask you a question, though, Tommy? Can I ask you just a serious question? What is the love you have of being wrong? What is the love you have of being wrong? Well, how wrong was I? Was I wrong? Did I get him? Was I wrong for that?
Yeah.
I've never understood your love of being wrong.
Wanting it, the desire of it, right?
I'm
living on that
passionate about it. I love it.
Passionate.
I am passionate about it. Now, that's Carl. Okay? But now, let's go down the line. Usher, that would be great, don't you think? John Legend. Might be nice to prank John. Light skin. They can be pranked too.
I love John Legend.
Can I ask why would you prank them?
Because it's just something to do. This ain't got no logic. Are you looking for some logic?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
There's something to
rhyme to this reason?
How about I prank, matter of fact, they hosted last night. How about I prank all the 85 South?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yep. I think you should do that and play it with all the cussing.
You know, Carlos is the intellect, the brain.
Young Fly gonna cuss me out though.
Yeah. Chico Bean gonna get some of it too. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of ranking.
All right. Thank you, Nephew. Coming up next, it is the Strawberry Letter subject. He ruined his chances for intimacy. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, 6 days. I mean, this countdown is real, okay?
Come on.
6 days left until the November 3rd election. You can still go right now. They're still taking your early vote. You can go to vote.org and find out where and when you can vote early in your state. That is vote.org. Okay, please vote early. Please vote early. All right, 6 days left. Don't wait till the last minute like we do. Don't do that. All right. Changing gears, today's Strawberry Letter. It is time. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Let's go.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, he ruined his chances for intimacy. Dear Steve and Shirley, I need your input, please. I live in the UK. right outside of London, and I love your show. I've known this gentleman friend of mine for 2 years. We have a great friendship, so a few weeks ago, I invited him over for the weekend. It started out as a great meetup, and I was glad to finally get to spend some time with him. I asked him if he wanted to share my bed or sleep in my guest room. I had high hopes that we could share some physical intimacy, which is something we'd never done. So, this is how the evening went. I announced I was going to have a shower, and I thought he would take one after me, but he didn't. The clothes he was wearing had a musky smell, and since he'd been traveling all day, I thought he might, want to freshen up, but he didn't. We got in bed, and he started touching me in an intimate way. We kissed, and it was a good kiss, but I still could smell his musky smell on his shirt and his body. As things got more heated, I reached for his instrument, and it was dead. He made up an excuse that he'd had too much to drink, and that's why his instrument wasn't rising to the occasion. I was grateful it didn't work because he smelled bad anyway. I turned away from him and went to sleep. The next morning, I got out of bed early so he wouldn't try again. He woke up and came into the kitchen and tried to kiss me, but he hadn't brushed his teeth or taken a shower yet. His smell was all over my house. He left that afternoon because he could sense that I was not pleased with him. He keeps on asking me to see me again to prove to me that his instrument works, but he's ruined any chance at intimacy. Am I being too harsh? Should I tell him that he stinks? Well, first we'll go here, okay? Thank you for loving our show in the UK, just outside of London. We appreciate it so very much. We really do. Tell all your friends about it, girl. Okay, let's get to it. Bad hygiene, meaning stanky breath, funky body odor like underarms, butt, anywhere else down there, all of that. Just overall uncleanliness. Anything, just overall uncleanliness and nastiness. It is an absolute deal breaker. Absolute deal breaker for me, point blank, period. So to the question, are you being too harsh? No. You should have made him get out of the bed. You should have made him get out. I don't know anyone who would put up with that. Should you tell him, that he stinks, you ask? Only if you plan on continuing to see him. And I don't think that's a good idea because he doesn't bathe. He doesn't brush his teeth. No, move on. No. Steve, ew.
Well, ew and all this hit down. Nothing about this letter makes me sick.
Stinking.
I don't give a damn. So,
about them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this letter's about a man that stinks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could care less. But if you want some advice, here it is.
She does.
See, you known this gentleman friend of yours for 2 years. Now, let me ask you something. In 2 years, you ain't smelled his ass? 2 years. 2. You ain't noticed nothing. Nope. Well, maybe it's because y'all were just friends and y'all wasn't really close, excuse me. And so you decided you want to spend some time with him. You had him come somewhere with you for the weekend. And then you said you wanted high hopes that y'all could have some physical intimacy. Because y'all had never done it before, right?
Right.
So you told him, I'm going to have a shower, and I thought he would take one after me, but he didn't. Let me tell you something about funky people.
Come on.
See, when you say, I'm going to take a shower, he figured, well, that's cool.
Wait, Steve, since she's from London, say it in a British accent.
I dare say, I'm going over here to take a shower. Rather you not join me, but maybe partake afterwards now.
Okay, we got it.
He said, I dare say, why waste the water? That's the water heater is only good for one. Absolutely. You've taken a shower. One is better than none. Why should I go out there and waste the water and do it myself? tackling with the fact that I can't smell my damn self.
That's a problem.
That's the key to stinky people.
Yeah.
Stinky people don't know they stink.
That's a problem.
Because they've been living with it. They used to it.
Yeah. That's a problem.
They think it's something else. They think it's a garbage can somewhere.
What is that?
It's you.
But he was traveling all day. Just based on that, he should have gotten in the shower. Ew.
The car, they was in the car together, it was shut up in there.
Yeah. All right. Coming up, Steve, we're at 23 minutes after the hour. We're going to have part 2 of your response. The subject of today's Strawberry Letter, he ruined his chances of intimacy. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. He ruined his chances for intimacy.
Shirley, I want you to read the letter.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be the man from London hearing this letter about me, and I'll comment throughout the letter.
All right, dear Steve and Shirley, I need your input, please.
Wonder what this is about.
Louder, Steve.
Wonder what this is about.
I live in the UK, right outside of London, and I love your show.
Love it.
I have known this gentleman friend of mine for 2 years. We have
nice.
Yeah, we have a great friendship. So a few weeks ago, I invited him over for the weekend.
And what was I to do? I definitely was coming along.
Yes. It started out, thank you. It started out as a great meetup, and I was glad to finally get to spend some time with him.
And so was I.
I asked him if he wanted to share my bed or sleep in my guest room.
Oh, do tell. I'm here for it.
I had high
sharing of the bed. Oh, my goodness. What a wonderful weekend.
I had high hopes that we could share some physical intimacy, which is something we'd never done.
Never.
That's your accent? Oh, no.
Never.
So this is how the evening went.
Here we go.
I announced I was going to have a shower, and I thought he would take one after me, but he didn't.
And why should I? You've taken a shower. One of us has got to take the shower, and it was you.
The clothes he was wearing had a musky smell, and since he'd been traveling all day...
How dare you say I smell musky?
I thought he might want to freshen up, but he didn't.
Never.
We got in bed, and he started touching me in an intimate way.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
You
kissed. Said you had high hopes that it would get physical. Let's get it started.
We kissed, and it was a good kiss. But I still could smell his musky smell on his shirt and his body.
Once again, never. I was absolutely fine. Get used to what I have. Where's my music? David. There it is. Now let's finish the letter the right way. You didn't tell me you were going to reach for the instrument.
Reach for it.
I wasn't ready.
All right, well, yeah, he made up an
music.
So demanding.
I know.
A ruler.
He made up an excuse that he had had too much to drink, and that's why his instrument wasn't rising to the occasion.
I've been drinking ale all afternoon.
Ale?
You try drinking ale for an entire day and see if your instrument works. Yours probably wasn't working either.
I was grateful it didn't work because he smelled bad anyway. I turned away from him and went to sleep. The next morning, I got out of bed early so he wouldn't try again.
I knew you got up early. I was already up. I saw you.
He woke up and came into the kitchen and tried to kiss me, but he hadn't brushed his teeth or taken a shower yet.
If I hadn't taken a shower last night, pray tell, why would I get up and take one in the morning?
That doesn't make sense.
My
smell.
God, I don't brush my teeth until 1:30 in the afternoon.
His smell
Shut up, Tommy. This is not your segment.
He mad at
Go ahead, Charlie.
His smell was all over my house.
It is so. I am a person that has an aura. That wasn't smell, heifer. That was aura.
He left that afternoon because he could sense I was not pleased with him.
I left because you were nagging me to shower.
Oh, that's why.
My God, did you want the company or did you want the maid?
He keeps on asking me to see me again to prove to me that his instrument works.
My instrument sometimes doesn't participate because it's just, sometimes it can't stand the smell. Sometimes my instrument says, I'll be damned if I stand up only to be knocked back down.
Am I being too harsh, she asks.
Damn it, yes, you're being harsh.
Should I tell him he stinks?
I know I stink.
Oh, you know
What
it
do you
now.
think this is? You can't be a big husky-ass man and know they don't smell musky. Where's my damn music louder?
You can't hear it?
He's mad. He
I
can't
like it.
smell himself. He can't hear.
I use the music to drown out the smell. Play the music, damn it, before she smells me again.
All right, I think what we got out of this is please tell him he stinks. Post your comments on today's
I don't
Strawberry
give a
Letter.
damn what you got out of it. It's a strawberry letter.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and
Damn
Facebook.
it, Tommy, shut up.
And check out the Strawberry Letter on Podcast On Demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour. Junior Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Junior. Junior is here with Sports Talk. Let's go.
Uh-oh. We have to say it.
What?
We have to say it.
What?
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are the World Series champions. They beat the Tampa Bay Rays in 6 games last night in Arlington. This is crazy because now the World Series trophy and the NBA trophy all live in L.A. Oh, my gosh. They got
big.
both of them.
Hey, Junior, let me ask you a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
How did the Dodgers get to the series?
Oh, they beat. It don't matter. They there. We was watching basketball. We didn't.
Did they beat Atlanta?
They did. They
Yeah.
did. They
The
beat
Braves.
Atlanta.
That's it.
That's
They
right.
beat the Braves. That's right.
My bad. The only reason I asked because I thought it was a Houston ass.
No, we lost to the
Tampa.
Rays. We
I
lost
know.
to
I know
Tampa.
your rocks when you throw
That's
them.
right.
I see them
Atlanta,
a mile
man.
away.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
take
we-
your paper down out your face so I can see your
No, because
embarrassing look.
you don't
'cause
want to
you look
talk about.
embarrassing.
You ain't got to talk about us, man, like that. We know we didn't make it to the World Series. We know we're not going to the Super Bowl. We are well aware we didn't make it anywhere in the NBA. You gonna have to keep reminding us.
Hey, Junior,
hold up.
Cleveland ain't going either. Cleveland ain't
hold
going no
it.
damn Super Bowl.
Oh, wait. We ain't never been.
Okay, cool.
See,
See, you don't know how to lose.
we don't.
I do. I'm here. Seeing as
been
how we
losing.
done won 5 games, I'm here to help y'all through a losing ass season. That's what I'm here
That's
for.
what it is.
We know how to lose.
No,
We
you
know.
don't. No, because you keep taking it wrong. See, y'all having a bad day and all this here, want to hide the score from me. Drink
Do
it.
you know the history of Houston?
Do you know how hard it is?
Do you know what the Oilers took us through? Do you know what we've been through in life?
Forget
Boy.
that time. Forget that.
Boy.
Do you know how many jerseys I done bought? How many hats I done bought? How many tickets I done bought?
Do y'all think you talking to? We ain't won a championship in football since 1964. I was 7.
I wasn't here. Okay.
I was
wasn't here.
7. How dare you tell me about how many damn jerseys
righteously
you done
indignant?
bought?
Y'all won doing segregation. That's when y'all won. Jesus.
No,
Christ.
we won. We last time we won, we wasn't even rioting yet. We lost for the first riot in '68.
Wow.
I thought we was talking about baseball. What?
Yeah.
This is
Congratulations
baseball.
to the
Civil
Dodgers.
rights now, Carla. Civil
Go
rights.
ahead, Dodgers. Dave Roberts, way to go, man. Congratulations, man.
All right. Well, thank you, Junior. Sorry about that. Coming up at the top of the hour, another night of civil unrest in Philly. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here is trending news from our home station in Philly, 105.3 WDAS. The Philadelphia Police Department has increased its presence around the city, and the Pennsylvania National Guard has been deployed in Philly. Last night, due to more civil unrest in response to the shooting death of Walter Wallace Jr. Walter Wallace Jr. was a black man who refused to drop his knife when police asked him to. According to the family's lawyer, they reportedly called for an ambulance to get Mr. Wallace some help for a mental health crisis issue. On the video, you can hear the officers repeatedly tell Wallace to put the knife down. After he would not drop the weapon, 2 officers fired off at least 7 rounds. Both officers were wearing body cams and were taken off street duty pending the investigation. Philadelphia's new police commissioner is a sister. Her name is Danielle Outlaw. Take a listen as Chief Outlaw is going to the community where the shooting happened, and she's talking to the people.
That was the fact that the first thing them officers did was pull their weapon on that man.
Not a taser.
They didn't use a taser. They didn't use a taser. They didn't use a taser. And why are officers in the community that's not of this community? They're not of this community. So when they coming down here, police this community, they're scared. They're so scared. The first thing they did was shot that man.
I'm here to listen. I don't have answers for what happened today. It just happened. Obviously, we got to put everything together.
They knew they was going to shoot. They already knew they was going to shoot. Y'all trained to do that, right? They didn't put out no pepper spray, no taser, no nothing. They put out that weapon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
that's not good.
Yeah, here we
community,
go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're upset.
They were upset.
7 rounds is a lot, though.
Well, and you know, it is, and here's the deal. The people called because he has mental issues.
Mm-hmm. The ambulance,
So they called for mental help. Mm-hmm. The officers in Philly don't have tasers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Who don't have that, I don't understand. Yeah. So here's the problem they're presenting. Their only line of defense, and he had a weapon and he kept coming. What the public is saying is they didn't even try to tase him. Now we found out later they don't have taser. But like I've always said, these police officers aren't trained enough. So they only have a 22-week training period. You got to learn how to do domestic violence reports. You got to do how to settle arguments, theft, armed robbery, bank robbery. You got to go through all that training. All of the shooting they do is on the target, and they're all kill shots, chest and head, chest and head. Mm-hmm. If a man has a knife and 2 officers have a gun, shooting him in the leg will bring him down.
Yes, it will.
Yep.
But we don't do that in the United States to black people.
Nope.
We don't bring them down, we take them down. And that's with deadly force. Mm-hmm. And it's always the use of deadly force. The fear in this whole thing is he had a knife.
Yes.
They're going to overlook that it was a psychiatric call, that they said they needed help, an ambulance for some psychiatric problem. The man I heard, I could be wrong, had a history of mental issues.
Which Steve brings up, if they knew that, if the police knew that he had a history of that, is more outrage as to why you shot and killed
right.
him. If you knew that.
Differently.
But even when they get there, the fear factor in police officers,
yes, Steve,
the embedded hatred that's in some police officers is going to overrule the fact that you're telling him he had mental issues, because all they seeing is this black man with this knife.
Yeah, an animal or something.
And then that amnesty clause goes into effect. It's hard to charge police performing in the line of duty.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what they use. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
We got to get to the polls, y'all.
Yeah, we do.
I'm telling you.
6
we have
more
to get
days,
to the polls.
Steve. Yeah. All right, coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
KFC is bringing back their popular chicken scented firelogs for the holidays. So now you can... I couldn't say that without a straight face. I could not
We
say
cannot
that
be
without
this desperate,
with a
black
straight
people.
face.
I don't want my whole house smelling like a chicken log.
KFC. They're really popular though. They're chicken scented firelogs.
Come on, man. You know this.
We not falling.
Come on, man.
I know we not.
We ain't falling.
So they logs,
they're fun,
and you throw them on the fire, and your house smell like fried chicken.
You can enjoy a relaxing night by the
Need
fire.
about 150 of them logs.
Some wings.
No.
Smelling
delicious. I should get that. Oh, that's good for somebody
Shirley,
like me.
No. Shirley,
that
don't do
doesn't
that.
cook.
Shirley, don't do that to that man. Thinking it's something to eat when he come in the house. And your ass is in there.
Wood burn.
Burning logs.
So, that wouldn't be a good idea.
No, that ain't no good idea.
That's teasing him.
Honey, look
You
at the
cooking
fire.
ain't no good idea.
Okay. I thought it would be a great
Hey,
idea.
Tommy,
Okay.
that's why her kitchen being remodeled. She has no idea when it'll be finished. Because it don't matter when they finish.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I just want them to hurry up so, I could get the dust out and everything. But other than that, take your time. These firelogs are so popular that they quickly sold out for the past 2 years straight. If you can have your house smell like a scent, what would it be? Any kind of food for me.
I wish I would.
All right, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending news coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Last night was the BET Hip Hop Awards. What you got, Carla?
Well, we were watching it, Shirley. We were on the phone. We kind of all talked to each other and were texting each other while we were watching the BET Hip Hop Awards. We have to give a shout out to 85 South in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Big ups to them boys.
Yes, we love them so much.
I'm proud of them, man.
Yeah. And we got to shout out our very own Cat Dog. He's our production director, but he was behind the scenes and everything.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a first of any award show I've ever seen where pretty much an improv troupe hosted a show.
Oh,
What you think about that, Steve?
A group of comedians. I thought it was outstanding because I've seen a lot of their shows on 85 South. Yeah, my son Broderick introduced me to him and everything. I knew nothing about it.
There's some
And
talent.
then, of
That's
course,
big,
yeah,
Steve.
I don't really know how much a choice it was, but so we appreciate it, but let us do this right here, and that's how it started. But I've known what they've been trying to do for a long time. It was just the first I've ever seen a comedy trio host a show. The Kings didn't do it, so to watch that was really amazing. Me and Sid did the first BET Awards, the first two,
which was good.
Me and Sid did the first two.
Very funny.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I've never seen a comedy trio. It was really,
Do the
really
Hip Hop
good.
Awards. That's cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was
really,
really good. Talented guys.
Shout out to DC Young Fly, Carlos, Chico Bean. Did y'all see DC skating? He's so silly.
I love him.
I love him,
He
man.
makes me
I love
laugh
him.
so hard.
Yes. Shout out to T.I. and Monica. They came through, the trap house, with the crew. They had virtual cipher. Tommy, we were talking about the ciphers. They had one with Skip Marley. They had a ladies cipher featuring
That was
her.
good.
Yeah, you saw one with Jack Harlow. That's the guy was popping.
I didn't know no winners. Nothing. I was just as ignorant.
Well, you saw Snoop Dogg. He presented Master P with the I Am Hip Hop Award. So you knew the legends in the game. And then, of course, your boy, Toby Nwigwe, he performed your jam, a little bit of it. Try Jesus.
Try Jesus.
I knew it. I wasn't going to even get the title out. I knew it. Come on,
Not
Steve.
me. Because I fight.
Okay.
That's my jam, man.
Yeah, Toby was rocking, I like the set. It was this mint green look they had on, and he had Black Lives
It's
Matter.
always dramatic. It's a sweet dramatic he got that. It's like a scene when he,
I like
it's like a scene.
Yep.
Coming up, it's our last break of the day.
Last break of the day.
And we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey coming up at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, we've said it all morning. 6 days left until the November 3rd election. If you haven't voted yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go right now and get your dates so you can early vote in your state. Yeah.
Early, you skip all around that suppression tactics they be using. Go early.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you can go and vote between 1 and 4, the lines were the shortest where I went.
Okay. All right.
And the lady said at the poll, she said, you know, that transfers into a lot of polling places my friends are working at, saying right after lunch, about 1 and 4, it slows down tremendously.
There's some key Senate races. If you live in these following states, Democratic senatorial candidate Jamie Harrison is running in South Carolina. That's right. Mike Espy is running for a Democratic senator in Mississippi. That's right. In Georgia, there's Reverend Raphael Warnock. He's a candidate for senator, Democrat. Democratic senatorial candidate Marquita Bradshaw in Tennessee. Also, Mayor Adrian Perkins in Louisiana running for a Democratic senator. And attention, Michigan voters, vote to keep Democratic Senator Gary Peters in office, okay? Gary Peters, not his opponent, Republican John James, okay? We're trying to keep Gary Peters in office in Michigan.
Not John James. It's deceptive, y'all.
Yep.
He is very much, John James is African American. He's very much a Trump supporter. Very much. He's 2,000% behind Trump.
He got a lot of red hats at his house.
John James.
A lot of red hats.
John James.
John James is not. No. We want the name again, Shirley.
Oh, all of them?
No, in Michigan.
Oh, Gary Peters. Gary Peters.
We want Gary Peters, everybody, in Michigan. We want Gary Peters in Michigan, not James Jones. Do not.
John James.
John James. Do not vote for the JJ dude.
Yeah, there you go. Just like that.
Look like us, but he ain't with us.
Pay attention, Detroit.
Yes, come on.
Hey, Detroit, come on, y'all. Let's show up now.
We can change the Senate. We can change the presidency. We got work to do, people. We got work.
I wouldn't want to look back at this moment in time and not have participated. I would not want to look back and say,
really, man.
You're right.
Knowing that this one right here, you can do something about.
Right.
You know what I've been hearing too, Steve? A lot of people said they stayed home in 2016. That's why these early voting numbers are up, because they said, I'm not going to stay home this time. I blew it last time. So you're right. Let's go. Make a difference.
Just go get it, man.
Yeah, and I think that mail-in voting situation where the president was talking about, you know, it's rigged and all of that, I think it's backfiring because people, you know, so many people are getting out to vote, even in COVID-19. They are standing in lines. They are actually coming out of the house to vote. So that's
I saw
a good
people
thing.
doing the electric slide, Cupid shuffle, standing in line. Black people like, whatever, we gonna be here with it. It was cute.
Houston is working its way towards 2 million people already before
early voting, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. We gotta vote. We have to vote.
No choice.
Yep.
Let's get it, baby.
If we go to the polls, we will make the difference. We are it. We are the deciding factor. Young people are the deciding factor. People of color are the deciding factor. If everybody who is eligible to vote that didn't vote in 2016 were to go cast a vote on next Tuesday, it'll be a landslide. It'll be real ugly, man. It'll be real ugly for this guy. Because I want to send a message to him, the Proud Boys, all those militia groups, the Klan, the skinheads, that damn Tea Party they had, all of it. I want everybody to get a message. I want this new Q thing they talking about, whatever that is they got going.
QAnon.
QAnon, all that. Man, we ain't got time for that Illuminati mess. We ain't got time for none of that foolishness up in here. When did we become so curious about everything that we gonna try and check that out? I was on a phone call yesterday with the grand bosses of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. And we that work on the airways that are frat brothers, me, Ricky Smiley, and D.L. Hughley, were talking, and they were talking about how 25% of black men in Michigan or something voted for Donald Trump last time. And why is that? Cause they got tricked. You thought if you voted like them, that they would consider you one of them? You ain't never finna be that. Look, I'm exhausted from it. We have to vote. There's nothing else to say. It's Tuesday. We voting. Go early vote. We voting. Go down there Tuesday and vote. We voting. I don't care how long the line is, how much water we need, where we need to stand, go to the bathroom, hold your place. We're going to go down there and vote. He got to go. Black lives do matter. And you finna find out just how much, sir.
Voting. We vote.
Let's get that tanning bed out of here. Let's go.
Time to move all this stuff.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.